Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, August 23rd, and we are looking at Window Traders market profile of the ES and SPY. Very, very tight day today. Very interesting day. Couple things today. First off, we'll start off with triple Qs. Two very rare things occurred in the Qs and the NQ today. They have a perfect point of control, which means all 13 time frames traded at a price, and they didn't take out their IB high or low. Very interesting. There's still one time frame down the daily. They did take out yesterday's low, but that was very interesting. Then the Russell did take out yesterday's high, so they're back into balance on the daily. They got within $1 of filling their gap, and filling that gap would mean getting above May's high, only to reverse and spend the whole day basically below half back then as they took out their IB low. As far as ES and SPY go, we almost had a perfect POC, 12 out of 13 wide, but more interesting to me anyway, we went back and forth through the open in 12 out of 13 time frames. Boy, oh boy, is that rare. As a specialist on the floor of the exchange, if we did that, our companies would be thrilled because that's a good opening. It was a fair opening because you went back and forth through the opening. As far as day traders, we don't want that. I had a good day today. Didn't do anything after I period, which turned out to be our afternoon rally high. Didn't trade anything more than 2 lots all day because it was just a quiet day, and I still had a pretty good day. Nothing like I did. These are the days you trade to make, money, as opposed to yesterday and Friday when you get those trend days and those pushes down on gaps where you make your hay, right? So very happy with what I did today. I took a short in A period the first time against the upper distribution when we got into it, which paid off. I thought it would get rejected out of it. It did. Then I took a long in B period because I thought before we were going to pop A's high. That paid me. C period. I took a long against the opening when C came down and then went back above the opening, took it for a quick couple of points. D period. Took a long because didn't look like it was going to get much tempo below the day's low, so thought we'd go back to POC. G period. Thought we were going to stop one time framing. Now, I didn't take that same long in F. I didn't take it, well, for the most part, because I was eating, so I rarely do that. But I didn't take it that time. I didn't know if I wanted to fade it again. But in G period, I did take the long when it looked like we were going to finally stop the one-time framing down. Didn't get a lot out of it, but got paid. And then in I, same thing. Only took a 1 lot at the time because at that point, value high was higher. And I wanted to see if we were going to push a little more. But took a 1 lot and got, I think, 4 points out of it. So, and that was it. Everything else just didn't interest me. So it was a good day trading on small lots. And we actually formed kind of a B shape, which I was a little surprised at. I thought in our A and B we could get a P shape for short covering. It turned out more longs from the weekly longs got out, it looks like. Now the bigger question is, was this just a rest period for the bears today after 2 gaps lower and they're going to continue tomorrow? Well, now keep in mind, we have a poor low in ES today, and the next down destination, other than a 12-wide POC from August 9th, is their weekly low, which is also poor, just like SPY's is. As far as destinations, well, I'll give you ES first then. So today's low is 41.25. It's a daily low, poor low. And then you should have the other ones I gave you, right, to the downside. I'm not going over those again. To the upside today, we have our 12-wide pocket 37.50, which is F's high. We have 43.50 afternoon rally high of I and 61.75 today's high. For the SPY, we have today's 12-wide POC, F's high of 413.01, I's high afternoon rally high of 413.61, and today's high of 415.42. For the downside, we have today's low of 411.77, and then you should have the other ones I gave over the last couple of videos to the downside. And then on the chart, so look what's going on here. The monthly is still up, but here's the concern. Not only did it fail at May's high, but remember, it's an inside month. Now, it took 5 days to come out of that inside month to the upside. Once you did, if you took that trade, you got paid. You got paid close to $19 if you were able to hold on to it. But we're back inside of July's range already. And this is a pretty ugly looking chart. Now, there's still a bunch of days to trade, so that could change. But you can't be too thrilled as a longer term buyer that we're back inside the inside month. So we'll see how that plays out. But the monthly is still up. The weekly is obviously in balance with a gap. It's a 3-week balance for now. And the daily is still firmly down, one-time framing down, 3 days, and the 2 gaps are our main focus for now. We got nowhere near the 20-day moving average today. So that's we're below both the 200 and the 20 right now. So the question is, if this is just a rest period for the bears and we go lower, well, then it remains to be seen if we're going to see the 50 before the 20 again. On the flip side, if that's all the bears want to do when we come into balance tomorrow, we're going to at least test the 20-day moving average again and possibly that large gap. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Hope you had a good day trading. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.